people have been asking about Mama Pepper. Where's Mama Pepper? Why isn't she in the videos? And these things, and people are kind of wondering what happened to Mama Pepper? Where did she go? And I'm gonna do that while I wait for Mama Pepper. And then when she's ready, we can hear some things from her herself. We'll have some discussions. There's some things we wanted to kind of talk about. Some stuff we want to share in some upcoming videos if you guys are interested. And we'll go from there. So I'm gonna figure out how to get in here. That is carp patties. Yes, carp patties. Mini sweet pepper loaf. I got some leftover sweet peppers.
Alright, it's time.
Turning the light on. Whoa!
Oh, golden
Check
goodness.
out those loaves. I gotta pause for a picture. Oh, it looks so good. I guess I'll have to take credit for this one. Let's get them out.
Alright, let's stop the beeping. Alrighty, here we go.
Oh, that's the one that I really wanted to try. Haven't I been talking about that ever since we made our own?
What was that?
Since we had that little battle, that duel.
Making that specific bread, what was it?
Yeah, with some sweet peppers inside them.
Perhaps, yeah. I guess we put them on top though,
Yeah.
for the thing, but okay, there's that one.
Oh, is that the dill weed or the dill?
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then the last one.
Darn.
Yeah.
Put it over here. Oh, yes. Today is a happy day for my people.
For his people.
I want them still warm with butter. Oh, that's going to be happy. Darling, we're just going to stand up or stay up late sampling loaves and talking about the good old days, which are like earlier today. You washed your hands first?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hands washed.
All right. Look at them, guys. Golden brown.
Okay, they're good. All right, to the table.
To the table. And we're going to pick up where we left off with the one we didn't do last night because it got too late. Whoa, they definitely need to come out of here. They're going to burn our table. You know what, darling?
Yeah.
Reminds me of that time you, me, Pinky Pepper, and Red Pepper had that contest, and they just look so much cooler. You know what I mean? After seeing those as tops.
Oh yeah, that was really cool. Yeah, that was a fun experiment.
It was. I'm going to stand on top of the bench here.
Alright.
Get some drone footage.
Pull that out. That.
Whoa, darling.
This one
What a
smells. I think it's the walking onion.
Yeah, should
So
be.
it looks like. I guess it doesn't have to go in there. Oh, this one's wide.
Oh, yeah, smell that.
Oh, that one smells peppery.
Does it smell like good sweet pepper goodness?
I think so.
You hope so.
I really hope so.
All right.
So I'm really looking forward to some homemade bread. It tastes good.
Oh, yeah, me too. Because you've had like the hot jalapeno ones before, right, when they're still warm.
I don't
Jalapenos
know.
and cheddar.
Where?
I bought a loaf once at the Mennonite store.
Yeah, you
But
did.
I think we heated it up or put it in the toaster or something. What was that?
What nice shape. What are the little brown things?
Dill seed, huh?
Dill seed? For some reason I'm thinking I might like the dill bread.
The dill seed bread or dill?
Oh. I don't know.
Yeah, we have each.
The dill one, dill bread, dill seed. I don't know, maybe I'll put this on here, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine.
And for the last one, we don't have any bread rack thingies, so just do it what we got. Hold on, I don't want to come out. Oh, one's a little bit stuck on there. A little trying piece.
Sample.
A little crunchy outer crust. Yum.
And that's the dill bread. Smell like dill?
No, I like this one.
Does it smell like dill?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, darn.
Smell closely. It smells like dill.
Fresh bread. All right, let's get set up to chit chat a bit. And have some samples and whatnot.
And whatnot?
No, whatnot.
That must be a new word, huh?
No. They've been saying it or
Slang.
mispronouncing it for a long time now.
All right. That's that, Pops. Let them cool down.
Oh, your belly's hanging over the table.
I know. Not much exercise.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright guys, we are about 24 hours after where we threw in the towel last night and decided not to do it. By the time we're trying to sit down and enjoy this bread, have this conversation, it's already a day later. But for those of you who wanted some Mama Pepper, as you saw a couple times in this video, here she is. And to get back to the title of this video, number one, where have you been?
Well, I certainly haven't gone anywhere too far from home.
She's been right here.
Been right here.
And what happened to you?
Well, probably a few weeks after I think I did the tincture video.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we had our calf. Not too long after that,
So like 6 months ago?
we found out we were expecting. And my energy levels went from waking up at 6 a.m., maybe 5 a.m.?
You
Five
were up
something.
early before the sun, feeding the cow.
To feed the calf. Like 5 times throughout the day as well. And I was doing awesome. I was doing great. Energy was just all there. And then maybe like 5 weeks later or so, energy just really just dumped.
So, if you guys don't know, We Tree Bonsai, for those of you guys who are familiar with her, she used to moderate for me and stuff. She passed about a month ago. But periodically in some of our videos, I had one we were chainsawing and getting cut up in the greenbriers, and there was a view of Mama behind me, and she says, you know, she gave me the timestamp in the comments. She's like, is that what I think it is? And I go back and I look and I'm like, what does she think? I'm like, oh, it kind of looks like Mama's got a belly. And I just kind of replied back to her, you know, no, sometimes after, you know, that many children, your body doesn't really trust you, so it just kind of hangs out and waits just in case. Because she's had 6 children now. And this is number 7, and we're about, what, 10 weeks out? And yeah, for those of you who don't know, yes, We Tree Bonsai and her husband both passed like a month ago, so that was some really sad news by the time some of us found that out. But she was always kind of wondering and waiting and expecting a new one, and there is a new one on the way now. So that comes into play. That adds a lot of being more tired. But then also just, I'm going to talk a little bit, then I'm going to eat these. Pretty much some days I'm here, some days I'm gone. With my line of work, a lot of nights I go to bed. I don't know if I have to leave in the morning. A lot of times when I leave for work, I leave at 2 in the morning, I leave at 3 in the morning, I leave at 5 in the morning, I leave at midnight. It ebbs and flows. Sometimes I'm gone for a couple hours, sometimes I'm gone for a couple days. So when I'm here, I try to create content related to our life and homesteading because the stuff on the road is kind of limited what I can do. There's days I'll shoot like 4 videos while I'm here, but a lot of it in the midst of that, you know, and while I'm working, while I'm YouTubing, running the Etsy shop, writing books, trying to take care of the animals, build stuff here, take care of the garden, preserve the food. I mean, there's a lot going on my end. On Mama Pepper's side, she's homeschooling. She's taking a lead role in a lot of the meals. You know, we have a trailer we live in at the moment. We may add on to it, and you know, 6 little ones. Our oldest is 10. So to leave 6 children unsupervised to have Mama Pepper in a video is hard sometimes. A lot of times I'm just like, is anyone not busy right now? Because the kids do a lot of chores. You probably saw Monster Truck washing dishes earlier. They take care of a lot of the animal stuff. They all have a number of different things, from writing letters to people to practicing their math to doing all the homeschooling stuff. They've got their rooms to keep clean. They've got, you know, hobbies and things they do for fun. So leaving sheep around, milking sheep when they're, you know, milking. So it's just a lot of times like, is anyone not busy right now, or anyone free to do something? And then I'll pull a child in for a video. So that's why sometimes it's going to be Bugger or something like that, because the 3-year-old doesn't quite have as many responsibilities. I'm going to try some of this right now. Which one do you want to try first? They're organized the same. And
Let's
I got
try
all
this one.
this one. All right. And, you know, we didn't go heavy on these. There's some seasoning in here, but they could have been, you know, green. It's a really good bread. I'll give you that. It's a really good bread.
Very nice.
Are you trying to figure out which one it is?
I think it's the walking onion. It kind of reminds me of just like a garlic bread.
But it's subtle. It's not like a strong garlic bread. Yeah, I'd like to put about 6 times as much in here. Let's see what that tastes like.
I like that one.
This must be the dill seed. Someone's probably be more strong. I'm gonna try the dill. I think this is dill. I'll tell you what, fresh made bread, it's kind of cold now, but the butter melted into it when it was fresh, and in the future, I'll use measuring spoons.
Okay.
So we can say, okay, was a tablespoon too much? Was it whatever?
I really like the dill. It's fun flavor to enjoy on bread.
I could use more strength. I'm gonna save that one for last. There I got a higher concentration. I really like that. I like that. I'm gonna dehydrate more dill tomorrow. Yep. I have definitely had dill seed bread before, and it was in my youth. And it was a flavor that stuck out to me, but I never knew what it was. But periodically I'll munch on seeds. Some are poisonous, be careful what you munch on. And I thought, you know what, I think this is it. And I think this is it. Next time, 2 tablespoons.
Guess it's not bad.
So what did we accidentally find out this time?
So we usually don't find out what we're having for
For the children.
the children. So
And I like to have fun with it. People are like, oh, do you know if you're having a boy or a girl? And I'll say, oh, definitely. You know, or they'll say, aren't you going to find out what it is? And I'll say, well, yeah, eventually we'll have to change a diaper. I'm sure we'll find out what it is. But we don't like to peek ahead of time.
but this time around we found out an accident.
On accident. Because, what, the last one or last 2? You started having them write it down? 3?
One. The last one.
The last one. She started having the doctor just write down, the ultrasound technician, write down what the baby was going to be.
On an ultrasound picture.
On an ultrasound picture, maybe circle things. They do that sometimes, say male, and then they have an arrow or, you know, whatever they may be. I guess it was female last time. And then kind of seal that in an envelope. But this time the envelope was...
There was no envelope.
There was no envelope. And it wasn't sealed.
I
The
think-
envelope that wasn't there wasn't sealed.
That's where I went wrong.
Yeah.
I must take an envelope and I must seal it before I come home. So I ended up not sealing it. A friend came with me and we let her peek at the gender of the baby. And I told her, well, are you sure you can keep a secret? Because otherwise we can't hang out till the baby's born because you might let me know. Well, I got home and one of our little peppers decided they were going to try to peek, and I thought that they saw what was in, you know, what the baby was with their, and I'm like, no. So I tried to peek in there to see if they saw anything, which was a really bad idea because then I saw. And I was disappointed that I saw and that I knew what the baby was. And so
Try that one quick.
we did end up taking advantage of that, I guess, that we knew. And we did a very special mini reveal party for Grandpa Pepper and Grandma Pepper and Auntie Pepper.
Auntie Pepper. So my
Who came
dad
to
is
visit.
my dad is one of 10 children, and interestingly enough, at least 3 of his siblings besides him have visited us on this property in Arkansas. You know, 750 miles away from where they all live in Wisconsin. 2 years ago, my folks were coming down for a visit, and they mentioned something to my aunt, and my aunt happened to hurt somewhere on her arm. She had one arm that didn't work, and because of that, she was on medical leave from work. So she wasn't allowed to work. She just had to keep her arm still and rest. And they were coming down here, and she goes, hey, I'm not doing anything anyway. I'm just sitting around in the apartment or the house or wherever she was living. She goes, can I come with you? And they're like, what, are you serious? And she goes, yeah, I'm serious. I'd love. Come see me, her, the children, come hang out. And we love hanging out with people, love hanging out with relatives, love making memories, working on those relationships. It's wonderful. So they brought her down for a week or so. When they were down, we had a wonderful time. 3 extra adults around. She helped put some of the skirting on the house. You know, it was great. Well, this time she was leaving one job and starting another, but she had a break in between them. So she said, hey, I've got this break in between my jobs. I'm thinking of calling me up, she says, and seeing if I can come down for a visit. And they told my folks this on a Friday. Or she told my folks this on a Friday. And she goes, you know, am I going solo or do you guys want to come with? And they're like, well, we could adjust a couple things. So then 6 days later, the following Thursday, all 3 of them showed up down here. And they were down here. So while they were sitting there, I think I was about here, I asked my aunt, I said, hey, do you want to come to our, you know, gender reveal party? And, you know, of course, my mom's sitting there looking like, She goes, oh, sure, I'll come. Can I bring some guests? And I'm like, well, I guess maybe you could bring like 2 guests. So we put together a fun little thing to clue them in. And we had a couple pictures on a frame and some white, paper on the frame with just the 2 ultrasound pictures. And we had them sign in using either a blue pen or a pink pen based on what they thought the baby was going to be. So they all did that. And what they didn't know, that in doing so, they were picking teams. And then we had the boy team and the girl team. And we had them face off with a number of things. I think one of my funnest was, or one of my favorite, was we had blue and pink balls, and they would put them between their legs, balloons, and they had to run from the bathroom over there like, a pregnant woman trying to make it to the midwife in time without dropping their balloon. So some people are just hopping and some people are running, but if you drop your balloon, you lost. So we had a series of things, and then how do we eventually tell them?
So at the end we had everyone take turns shooting with a BB gun. They shot at some black balloons that were filled with food coloring, either pink food coloring or blue food coloring, and there was more of the color that the baby was, and that was actually pretty neat, pretty interesting.
There was 9 total, and what we did is for the games, whether the boys team or the girls team would win, that team would win a shot, and they didn't know what that meant, of course, heading up to this. But then at the end, they saw there was 9 black balloons on a thing. A certain number of them were the color of the child is. A certain number of them weren't. So they were popping different ones and trying to keep track of how many of each there was to whatever. So
that was the first time we ever did that, and it was pretty exciting. It was neat. We got to do it. We didn't ever think we'd be doing a gender reveal party, but it was just a mini one because it was a very small group, just
and it was
grandpa, grandma, auntie, and the children and us.
Right, and just
we picked up some stuff from the dollar store.
Something fun to do because we hang out and play games,
and we just want to make it special.
Enjoy stuff, and then too, when they're down here, and actually when they were down here last time, we let them know that we were pregnant. We haven't really called anyone on the phone and told them or stuff like that, but my folks were here, so we're like, hey.
We have told pretty much just like our parents and we just pretty much let
when I let people know, I let them know it's okay to, it's not a secret. They can share it. So when they were here in person last time, I forget how we did it. It was something with Scrabble pieces or something, or bananagram letters. And they had to, figure out what the words were. And then they found out that we were expecting again, so that was fun. But I guess, do you guys want to know what we're having next?
Are we telling?
Not in this video. They'll have to leave a comment and let us know if they want us to. And then in another, probably by the time the child is 1, we'll try to let you know, because that'll be about that long to get Mama Pepper in another video here.
Oh boy, yeah. I have something to show you guys from my last video. Darling, do you want to go get it?
You can run and get it.
That big?
You can run and get it.
Okay, I'll be back.
But we're going to let her show this, and then we're going to wrap this one up. Pretty much life is really busy. This YouTubing was something I started just to share videos on Steemit back in the day, and Steemit was the focus. So I wasn't even putting much effort in. I wasn't editing anything. I was just one take, making a video, throwing it up to include it in my Steemit post. But these days I take it more seriously, and while I may have some help periodically with stuff like Pinky Pepper, she camera person sometimes for me, or sometimes the children will play different roles in the things that are going on in the video. Pretty much it's a one-man show over here, and it's something I'm doing in the midst of other things because I'm trying to find those different home-based sources of income to do, so that I can find things from home to do, so that I can be here with Mama Pepper, with the children. I told her till death do I part, so I don't want to leave her Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I just don't. I want to wait till I die to leave her. All right, show them your jar.
Okay. So you can see there the bottom's ripped off at this point, but this was my lemon balm.
That back in April.
Lemon balm tincture. Anybody remembers? I haven't forgotten, and it's been kind of sad, but that's how tired I've been and unmotivated to finish my project. But so it's still in here, and it's probably been in here for like 6 months.
And you told him he'd let you know how it was doing.
So I'm like gonna have to filter this and see. It should still be fine, I think. You know, it's being preserved by the vodka. So. But anyway, sorry about that, guys. Pregnancy hits and everything stops. And
that was right when all of the, we'll call them health concerns. I want to watch my wording on here because sometimes things will flag the algorithm and the AI, the artificial intelligence. But so I bought my first bottle of alcohol in over a decade so we could start making tinctures. And
so we made one.
We made one.
That's about how far we got.
But we plan on continuing.
Yeah, we'll continue. But yeah, energy's been low, motivation's been low, and boy, I just hit the
activity's been high though.
Hit the couch for myself
in the midst of low motivation and loyal.
Right after that. What do you mean?
Activity's been high. You know, we've been up to a ton of stuff in the midst of not feeling good and not being motivated and not having much energy. You do a lot of stuff though. I try to make up for it.
So yeah, after the pregnancy, I was sleeping a whole bunch and just lying down and yeah, so.
And for those who might be curious, when is the due date?
The due date is December, end of December, beginning of January. January 5th is my due date, but
her midwife was saying she looks like she's measuring ahead of that.
1 week ahead, which she says is normal, so. Nothing to worry about.
And you're going to go see her tomorrow.
Nothing to be concerned. Yeah.
Plus,
going to see her tomorrow.
You're kind of like a pro by this point at having children, so whatever happens should happen. You've done pretty well. You got 6 of them out. No drugs.
Darling, they have to come out at some point.
They found some like 90-year-old woman with like a fossilized fetus inside her down in Argentina or something some years back. She never had the baby. It's just like fossilized. Is that true? I read that sick. Somewhere.
I think you. Can I believe you?
It happened. At least it was an article. And I don't think it was a National Enquirer article. All right. Well, this video is probably long enough by now because I still got to stay up and edit it. And we're almost at midnight. Why don't you shut it down, Daryl? How's the bread? What was your favorite bread?
All right.
Are you happy I made 4 different flavored loaves?
Closing it up with, are you happy I made the bread?
No, are you happy I made 4 different flavored loaves?
I don't know.
Well, none of those was worse than plain bread.
I guess it wasn't worse, but actually, I didn't really like your last one that you saved for your big shebang.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was wonderful. That's probably the only type of bread we're gonna have anymore.
That's the one I didn't really like. I was like, huh?
We'll lose it because of that.
I liked the first 3 that I started with. So
if I could eat the whole loaf, I'm okay with that. Did you have a favorite?
I like the dill seed and I like the dill. The Italian was good for a spaghetti type or pasta, whatever meal.
I want to hit that 5 times as strong and see what it tastes like.
But I'm still kind of a plain girl. Unless it's like a cinnamon raisin bread. I love that. Toasted with butter on top. Me likey.
She likey.
So.
All right.
Well, we hope you enjoyed your time with us, and thank you guys for watching, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
And if you wanted mama, now you got her. So ask and you shall receive. There you go. Just give us time. I've tried for 36 hours to make a video with this woman. We made some good food along the way though.
You just gotta catch me washing the dishes, playing with the kids, reading a book. I don't know.
You know, you can cameo. Just kind of pass through for a scene. Just so they know you're still there.
Yeah. Yep. Soon that energy will kick in. I'll be shooting out everywhere, you know. All right, I'm out.